Hey there, guys. It's controversial here. Now, this is sort of like a serious video, and this isn't like some inspirational video or whatever. This is just a video of me, pretty much giving my 2 cents about male sexual frustration and basically how society is dealing with it and how men are dealing with it, and how women are either using it or dealing with it. Now, in today's society, I've noticed that specifically with men, like if you're someone who's probably like from the ages of like 17 to about maybe like 25 or like 31, in that range of ages, you're probably someone that hasn't experienced, sex before, or maybe you're someone who's only had sex once. Because everybody wants this cookie cutter version of, oh, I lost my virginity when I was still in high school, and if you don't lose it in high school, then you're a loser. That's pretty much what most men these days, what people have been saying for like the past 10 years, or even since I was a kid. Specifically like when it was the height of the popularity of high school movies, or not even high school movies, just movies that involved a lot of fornication and like hot girls and stuff, like American Pie, like American Pie is a good example. Like there were a lot of movies, there were so many movies back in the early 2000s of where it would just be about like maybe three or four losers, or even the movie Super Bad. No, not Super Bad. It's like, I think it's Super Bad. Yes, the one with Seth Rogen, and that other guy from Wolf of Wall Street, and that other guy from Scott Pilgrim versus, and the McLovin dude, the guy from Bad Neighbors. But anyway, basically, like when it comes down to it, is that like these movies really did portray the whole losing your virginity early when you were kids, and not necessarily kids, but I mean teenagers and everything. And if you never lost your virginity in high school, or if you never lost your virginity pretty much early in life, then you're a loser. Now, to be honest with you, in today's society, I'm not surprised that there are so many virgins, specifically amongst men, because it will surprise you at the rate at which men are virgins. Exactly. And one thing that we need to talk about as men is that sexual frustration, because nobody wants to talk about it. Because if you're a man who's in his 20s, or if you're a man who's in his 30s and you say you're a virgin, you're immediately laughed at, you're called a loser, even though the other people in the room could be virgins as well. They will all pretend as if they're not virgins. It's crazy to see that as men, we berate and make fun of men that don't really have any life experience when it comes to certain things. And bear in mind, there are benefits to being in a relationship, and there are a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of downsides to being in a relationship. This whole thing of painting being in a relationship as a perfect experience is extremely stupid, and I don't believe in it, because I've seen so many people in relationships who are unhappy, and they have to stay in those relationships because the one time that they had sex, the first time that they had sex, was the first time that they got to go pregnant. So imagine, the first time and the last time that you had sex was when you got to go pregnant. And then I've seen how it has destroyed certain men, destroyed their futures, destroyed their careers because of kids. But that's another topic for another video. But generally, as men, we do need to talk about sexual frustration more, because this whole incel culture, this whole virgin culture, this whole simp culture and everything does heavily weigh on men. And one thing that I've noticed is that there are a lot of women out there, very very crafty women, who take advantage of male desperation and whatnot. And to be honest, I don't even think people who buy other women's OnlyFans and whatnot are necessarily desperate for attention. because I mean, sexual frustration is a very sensitive topic and a very sensitive issue. And men can't really talk about it openly. Like, you can talk about it with your friends, saying, man, I'm horny as a mofo or whatever. But then you can't really go on TV, or you can't really go on a platform and talk about that, because then you're instantly looked down on. Because as a man, not having any sex is a really bad look. And even if you're saving yourself from marriage, people will still look at you weird. Like they'll not look at you, like they'll not respect you for respecting yourself and your morals and your values. Because there are certain men who can get women, and there are certain men who have to work hard. And the truth about getting women is that for each and every woman you want, there is a woman. No, sorry. For each and every woman that you want, there is a man out there, specifically maybe even that they know, that could easily grab the back of their neck, bend them over, and do them over a table, and they would love it. Just remember that. He could bang the living daylights out of the woman you want, and he wouldn't even want her. She would just be a snack for him. Just be a snack. Let me just say that. That's the best way I can put it. He would just be a snack. She would just be a snack for him. Like, she would just be a snack. Won't even want a relationship. And these women will fall for these men. And the problem with today's society is today's society has chosen to put physical attraction in place of love. And this is why you find so many couples these days are unhappy, because once you have kids, once you start getting into a really bad relationship, not necessarily issues, but relationship life, then all of a sudden you don't love the person that you used to love, because I don't know, maybe they're good at doing some sexual position or something. And that's the thing. Yeah, that booty you wanted now isn't as perk as it used to be. I'm telling you, people. when it comes to physical attraction and everything, it's different. But maybe I'll make another video for that. But yes, like I myself am sexually frustrated, and I'm not afraid to say it, because women these days have decided that they don't want anything to do with men, specifically men who are broke, men who are depressed, men who are struggling in life, not mental health and everything. Women want perfect men. Women want the 1% of men that they will never ever get. Because men with money will respect themselves enough to not want literally 90% of women. And that's the truth about it. So 90% of women want 90%. 90% of women want only a 1% of men. And the funny thing about men is that some men out there just want a woman. They just want someone to love, someone to hold, someone to share their life with. They're not even asking for much. And it's not a desperation thing. It's either a preservation thing, or it's a longing for a relationship thing. And to look down on such men, it's not really good. And the amount of times that I've seen on Instagram women posing in very provocative poses, OnlyFans, you look at Twitch, you look at everything. Can you really blame them? Because overly attractive women are portrayed. You will see more overly attractive women on social media and everywhere, rather than you would see women who genuinely want love. And listen, women who genuinely want love are not perfect either. Nobody's perfect. But at the end of the day, you are oversold on women that you will never be able to get, and let alone never be able to afford. These women will be cheap. They'll be repulsive. They'll look beautiful and everything, but once you see their attitudes and the stuff they stand for, they have no morals, they have no values. They cheat, they lie, they steal on everybody they've ever known. They exploit the hell out of everybody they ever known. And this is the woman that they publicize in front of you. And with Instagram, I mean, try going on Instagram these days without getting a boner. I dare you. I dare you to go on Instagram without getting, go on Instagram for 10 minutes and then come out and then see if you have a boner. Now listen, it's not everybody. Some people can resist and some people can't. But sometimes I become a victim of this Instagram thottery. Oh my goodness, I've become a victim of this Instagram thottery. But then again, social media is the last place I would look for a woman, and I'll make a video about this, because women on social media are generally self-aware of their worth. They just post one picture of them in a bikini and there's at least 100 likes and like maybe 10 comments on that picture. So she's like, oh, so the more clothes I take off and the more skin I show, the more likes and comments I get. This is literally what it is. But anyway, guys, I think I should make a part 2 about this, but I'm not sure. But anyway, guys, this is controversial. You know, one thing I want to say is that if you're feeling sexually frustrated, find a hobby, find something to do that you can put all your time and energy into. Like for me, it's creating YouTube videos and gaming as well. So pretty much anything I do to distract myself from all of these issues, because honestly I can ignore them, but they're always there. So I sort of subside my attraction and everything. But yeah, anyway, guys, this is Controversial signing out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.